So when I'd ask her to canter, she'd get heavy in the bridle and pull down. And then when I would give her a little bend, she'd break. And then she'd
break back into the trot.
And her hind legs way behind her, so I'd do that counter flex turn and say no, stay on your hindquarters, and then push her back out, ask her to canter again, and she always has. She tends to really pull down at the canter because her owner's a little bitty thing and just would hang on and just kind of canter like water skiing. So Roxanne has a habit of pulling down. She's not going faster, she just really gets heavy in your hand. So every time I'd say canter and she'd get heavy, when I tried to flex her off, she'd break to the trot. So I'd say no, stay on your back legs.
So do you do that by just kind of moving the bit across her tongue, just trying to wiggle it?
Right, and then she took that as, no, that's too hard, I'm going to break, so I can get on my forehand. And I'd say, just like I did when she was distracted, I focus on what I feel in my hand, what I feel under me, and that's what I address. She got heavy, so I'm going to move her shoulders back to the hindquarters, get her soft, ask her to canter.
By doing
the
counter flex.
Okay, and then I'd ask her to canter. She'd get one step, break. I'd put her back on her hindquarters, and because if I just kick her forward at the canter, she's just going to get heavy. Okay. Because she's pulling down. She's got to be level in her balance before I can send her forward. So by doing that a few times, then I asked her to canter, and I got a full circle.
And it looked
so
nice,
I said,
yeah.
Good, you can walk.
Good.
And then she let me move the bit and not lean. And so it was like, good girl, you get to walk with that. Okay? So, it took 6 or 7 do-overs, but my quality control was no, it's going to be a good canter. You cannot pull down. You have to be nice at the canter. Okay? And you have to be willing to interrupt it and have all the do-overs. But my do-over was a bend, counter bend, move your shoulders, get on your hind legs, push her sideways, get soft, canter, oops, still heavy, counter flex turn. I just kept repeating it.
Are you doing a complete turn, or you're just kind of moving her a little?
Yeah, just moving her. Might be a full turn, might be a half turn until she felt soft. But she's just kind of distracted and wanting to lean today. And then in the beginning, when she was wanting to be a little spooky, it was just an excuse. I focused on the bend because she got hard and didn't want to bend. That's what I focus on. I don't care. She's not scared of anything. It was just an excuse. So I have to keep focused on what I'm feeling, which is you weren't soft enough. Move off my leg. Okay? And no, nothing is scary out there. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
At her feet, like she's got her feet.
I stay extra picky about the softness when I don't have their attention. I focus on what I feel in my hands and my on their back. Yes, I don't join crisis or excitement or that's not what I focus on. I focus on the suppleness, the bending. Get her back, onto my team, so to speak. I cannot add emotion to her emotion. Her emotion is excitement. So I'm going to do a lot of busy patterns, a lot of changes of direction. came around that turn and counterbend, really had that outside shoulder and got her side.
You really stay after her with your legs.
Yes. Because she's not listening to him.
Do you want me to get the whip or?
No. Because, you know, since she's a little injured down, the whip might be too much of an aid.
Right.
You know, you just kind of have to balance it and decide, you know, and if you use it tactfully. So I'm really getting her to take her hind legs sideways here, kind of for submission, and to use up some energy. And then the counter bend, say get off my left leg. But the more I can get her off my leg, the softer in my hand. She's starting to focus better now. At the counter bend here.